Welcome to
Weekly Talk featuring
Danny.
and
Chris.
I'm
Chris.
and you're
Danny.
alright.
yeah, like she said, I'm Chris. She is Danny. We are on the 14th episode past the first one, which makes what, Danny?
15.
15. 15 episodes. How long you been on it?
I don't know.
Fucking long.
Yeah.
Dude, but we actually starting to get some people interested in possibly doing ads. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
We'll start small.
Shocked.
We'll
yeah.
start small and we'll work our way up. But so this episode we're gonna be pretty long. This is your warning. This will be one of those possibly 2-hour episodes, honestly.
Yeah. Probably.
Why?
Because I believe the first half is going to be you and Dave
No.
talking about.
The first half is us right now.
Oh, I don't know. Chris gets us all. He does the magic of
So,
this,
yeah,
So I guess we're the second half then.
Upon editing.
No, we're the first half.
Upon
God damn,
editing,
I said it wrong again.
Danny and I will be the first, but Dave and I recorded prior. So
Yeah.
Dave did come in. He mentioned like how weird it feels to be on the podcast. He's like, holy shit, dude, sitting in his seat is so fucking weird. But he has a lot. He has a lot in the video game segment, and Danny does not. Not that she's not interested. What is it?
I don't really have anything to say on video games. I mean,
Right, we
they're
play 'em.
fun at times. I'm not like an avid video game player.
Now,
And
there was one game that Dave talked about that I think you and I should play. I do have it downloaded. It's called The Last of Us. He
I thought we played that.
No, I don't think so.
I swear to God.
He said it's gonna hit us in the fields. Man,
I
you
swear.
guys hear my dumb dogs?
I think that was our cat this time.
Oh,
Hitting
no
the
shit. Well,
door.
all right. So first of all, I wanted to do something special for a buddy of mine. All right. And I told him I was gonna open this episode with this because it's pretty cool. I think it's cool. So even though it's a couple weeks late, I want to extend a huge congratulatory shout out to my friend named Frank Collins. He just celebrated his 26th anniversary on October 16th. Can you imagine?
Being with you for 26
Right.
years.
So what? We got married in 2017? 16.
17.
15?
17. Jesus.
So 17 plus 26. You're the math witch. Go.
No, I'm not. Chris, you do it.
26 plus 17, 43.
Okay.
2043. All right. Can you? All right, that's a long time, dude.
Yeah, it is. Especially with you, but I
He is
love you.
married to his lovely wife, Stacy Cook. Well, obviously Stacy Collins now. He thinks that the best part of their relationship has been the way that they try to do as much as they can together, because they work opposite shifts. He works midnight, she works daytime. So they have to do a lot of compromising and pushing and pulling. They have a kid. He just turned 18, actually, not too long ago. He graduated from high school. He's pretty, I don't know, he's stoked about how they've been able to get along for this long.
Yeah.
How they've been able to get along for 26 fucking years. Even through some of the hard times, which I can only imagine that hard times over 26 years they're a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot, probably. And he wants her to know he loves her, and he will always be her quote-unquote ass. Her ass. So congratulations, Frank. I'm hoping that you guys had a really good celebration. I think it's really cool to have, 26 years. That doesn't happen in this day and age. The 5 years is pretty much a milestone, right?
Yeah.
Not too many couples stay together anymore. And
No.
that's why I wanted to highlight that. I thought that was something worth sharing with everybody. Moving on to something I just learned that I am super fucking proud of. What do you
What?
think it is?
That you're proud of?
Yep.
Oh, shoot. Can you give me a hint?
Starts with D.
Me?
Yes. I am proud of my beautiful wife, Danielle. I'm going to tell you why. I know she takes her job very seriously. I mean, very seriously. She is a professional nurse. Like, she is the epitome of what you should try to be. She strives to always have...
All right.
She's not perfect. I'm not
No,
trying to...
I'm not perfect.
She's blushing, all right? So I can't... But, literally 20 minutes before we decided that we were going to record, she says to me, I have to make a phone call, okay? I'm like, why? Why do you gotta call work? I'm not gonna say any names, but she had to call work to give somebody advice. I don't know what they were talking about. It's all rocket science to me.
Oh my God.
But she had to give somebody advice on how to do something. Like, as far as, like, you know, treating their patients. And I just thought that was cool that people were reaching out to her as she's off of work.
Well,
So,
I've always told everyone, even my trainees that I train, I mean, I'm always available. I don't mind if you have a question. I mean, if you want my advice or opinion, I will give it to you. And if I don't know, I will let you know I don't know and where to go.
well, I want to say that made me super proud.
Well.
That's some pretty boss-ass shit right there.
I'm not a boss.
I'll tell you what. You know how many people hit me up to ask me how to throw boxes?
Well, come on.
Zero.
My job's a little bit different.
Dude, you're not. Rolo fucked his back up last night and had to leave on a hospital. Or on an ambulance. So, hopefully...
Is he good?
Hopefully my man Rolo is, he's doing good. Tell him how much you wish he's doing good.
I do wish he's doing good. I just asked you, is he doing okay?
That's
or
our
we don't
man,
know?
man. This dude is so fucking funny. He's the coolest guy ever. He's been on the episode a couple of times with fucking creepy ass voicemails.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
He's a funny dude though, man. He makes my job that much better. So let's move this thing. We did my shout out to Frank.
Yeah. And you did
I did a mad shout out to my wife.
Wasn't expecting that.
Oh shit. Yeah. I be noticing shit.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about a couple things that happened this past week, okay?
All right.
What do you got? Do you have anything that happened this past week?
Well, I'm just gonna throw out a little bit of haterade. I was telling you about that stupid ass ABC song.
Oh yeah.
I just hate it. If anyone of you've not heard this new ABC song, you should probably like look it up, and it just makes you cringe. I don't know what was wrong with the old ABC song other than it wasn't pronouncing LMNOP like as separate like letters, but it's still annoying. I hate that song.
Yeah.
You heard it.
Yeah, it was kind of not with the flow.
Yeah.
But I think it's just because it's like opposite of what you've been
Do not
taught.
give it a reason. I don't know. No.
I have something that I'm pretty cool or pretty happy to talk about. Eminem. I know that Eminem, Jeezy, and MGK, those are the most common rappers to be talked about on our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I know that certain people don't fuck with either of Jeezy or Eminem. Certain people don't fuck with MGK. But you can't deny the statistics, and Eminem just had... he's just been awarded a plaque because the greatest hits, Eminem's Curtain Call the Hits, has spent 9 years on the Billboard 200. That is the only hip-hop album to ever hit that milestone.
That is pretty crazy.
9 years.
9 years, yeah.
Now, I don't know if there's consecutive years, because, 1 year it could be off or whatever, but that's neither here nor there. Speaking of, the hip-hop or the culture in general, Dave Chappelle. Did you hear about what happened with him?
No.
He got that award, the Mark Twain Prize, for his contributions to American humor and music culture.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because he's been catching a lot of flack because of the whole stand-up. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people be hating on the stand-ups because Dave don't hold it back, man.
No, he doesn't.
And he shouldn't.
No,
He's
shouldn't.
a fucking comic.
Yeah.
Where do you stand as far as the comedy go? Who's your favorite comedian right now?
My favorite comedian right now.
You better say the name, I think.
Well, there's a different, Chris D'Elia, he's pretty funny. But his comedy is a different type of comedy, I think, in my eyes.
I got the cack pop cack. The cock pop cack. I'm not the type of guy that covers his cock
Oh my god.
in the locker room. Yeah, I love D'Elia. He is my favorite. Well, maybe not my favorite.
Yeah,
He's
I was
in
going to say
there.
he's one of my...
He's up there. But who's
good
your
ones.
favorite at the moment?
My favorite. Oh, shoot. I have to think about it. You tell me yours, and I'll tell you mine.
I think yours... I know you're probably leaning towards Kevin Hart.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, though, because I thought I might have another
I saw
one.
it in your eyes.
Yeah,
I'm still leaning towards the the Daniel Tosh or the what is that one? Anthony Jeselnik.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say Kevin Hart, but I wanted to think long and hard before I.
Now his little Halloween stunt was hilarious.
Oh,
Kevin
The Rock,
Hart
yeah.
and The Rock They work
I
so
know.
fucking well together.
I know
Like,
they
that
do.
is a... I want to see... you remember that old movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito? Called Twins. Arnold was the...
No.
It was. They weren't even... It was weird. It was funny. Could you imagine... I know that Kevin Hart and The Rock are different
Yeah.
colors.
Well,
But
they're
is
different
that
sizes,
possible?
too. Wait,
Yeah. So is Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, you're talking about like the twins?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
is it possible
it's
for a
fraternal
black
twins.
man and a
Oh.
Hawaiian to be twins?
Technically, I believe, don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I thought that a woman's egg can be impregnated by two different sperm.
Okay.
But it's like very rare.
I wholeheartedly believe we need a reboot of Twins featuring Kevin Hart and The Rock.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. Dwayne Johnson is probably the biggest celebrity.
One of them.
And he's so humble. Mm-hmm. I feel like he's the type of person that if I were to meet him, I wouldn't be displeased.
Right.
I like him.
Yeah.
I would have never thought that somebody from the WWF would go on to be one of the world's biggest superstars. Him and John Cena both are actually pretty...
Yeah.
John Cena's pretty funny.
Yeah.
What do you got on your mind? Because you're like looking at me like, man, will you just shut the fuck up about this?
No, I'm not. I was just thinking it to myself in deep thought.
Back into the music world, though, you know what Post Malone just did?
No, I don't. What did he do?
His Hollywood's Bleeding is the first album in 2019 to spend 4 weeks at number 1.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember back when White Iverson. Remember that?
Yes.
Everybody thought that was going to be a one-hit wonder. Post
Well,
Malone
it
was
wasn't.
destined to be a one-hit wonder, they said. Same with Cardi B. There was a whole lot of people judging one-hit wonder, like throwing that out at a lot of people, and
Yeah.
those people are the biggest superstars right now in the music industry.
I agree.
Back to that Ariana Grande thing that she talked about last week. I agree. I've checked that song out a couple more times, the Lizzo one. It's not worthy of being called a remix. It's not worthy. It was literally...
Just repeating, really.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Did you see my man Elvis Duran dressed up as Wonder Woman?
Yes, and he was a pretty Wonder Woman.
He pulled it the fuck off.
Yeah.
I don't care. His confidence is what helped that go. That was dope. We got a
You
lot.
saw his catwalk in one of the short little videos.
So Danny and I, everybody just knows if you are an avid listener, you know that we have Logic tickets for November 12th.
Yep.
Okay. So I had to do this thing called a shift trade at work to make it happen. All right. And the shift trade has been approved for months, right? Yesterday they tried to drop the ball and tell me, "Oh, I don't know if you can go because that's a mandatory inventory day."
But the thing was, you already worked the shift trade.
Yeah,
day,
I already
it has to already
fulfilled.
be honored.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't. If it's already approved, they can't just take it back, especially if you already filled your half the obligation.
So everybody at work, man, I know it's gonna sound shitty, but I will be the only one not at inventory.
Well,
Hopefully Will Smith too. We're trying to get Will Smith out.
Yeah.
Because he too is going to see was. And I'm over not knowing what our schedule is. So if you work a job where
That they dictate your overtime.
if you can't make any plans or
You can leave us a message.
I would really like to hear from you.
Yeah.
At 859-444-4641 or
WTF, Dave and Chris.
at gmail.com. Why Dave and Chris?
Because we still like Dave, and he's on this episode.
So I've noticed that when listening to podcasts, we don't do something that a lot of them do. We need to start pushing our social medias, hard.
I don't really mess with our social media.
I feel like
I'm
we
more
need
of like
to...
I like to look. I don't know.
We are gaining followers without me trying, but I feel like we need to start pushing it. So if you are listening right now, at WTF Danny, DANNI, N, the letter N, Chris, because Twitter only has so many, letters that you can put for your thing. So that is WTF DANNI NCHRIS.
Why didn't you just put an ampersand?
No, you can't.
What?
Yeah, I look.
See, this is how much I know about Twitter. I have a Twitter because Chris made it for me a long time ago, but I didn't know any of that. I rarely post,
Did
too.
you see David Brody apologizing
Yes, I did.
for not being able to record the Brooklyn? Dude, if you would have listened to Elvis Duran this week, you would have known he sounded like shit. Especially on that last 15-minute morning show. Like, don't apologize for not being able to put out a show. I'm pretty sure there's going to come a time that Danny and I, there might be a time that we just don't want to record. You know what I mean?
I mean, we probably won't go that far. Maybe if we're sick, yeah.
We should probably record bonus episodes just in case like that ever happens. Let's just have like a couple racked up and ready to put out there, you know? Yeah. She's like, dude, no, not doing that.
That's not happening.
So what's going on, Danny? How was your week?
My week was kind of shitty. I don't know. It kind of... I don't know.
Why?
We didn't get to do it. You know, that's the thing. I hate Chris's job as much as he hates it because I have at least some free time I'm supposed to on my days off. You know, I only work 3/12s, so that's like full time in a nurse's eyes. So I have 4 days of the week that are supposed to be my days off. This motherfucker, I swear to God, works all the time. And then there's no point in me being up. So we just sleep all day. And then I'm pretty much sit up all night. So it's kind of fucking boring.
If you guys
And then I go to work after.
can start like telling everybody to listen to our podcast, I can make this my job and we can have all the time we want together.
Yeah.
So yeah, make that happen. Start sharing right now. Like as you're listening.
Well, how's your week, Chris?
Quick share.
Quick.
My week, well, I did 6 days straight at work.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying like, we pretty much haven't seen each other other than go to bed.
That was miserable.
Yeah.
I really don't know, man. It snowed yesterday, which really bothered me. And every day, I don't want to talk about work on my podcast because every day at work life sucks. Everybody who listens from work, you know that it's not something.
Well,
you
there
want
was
to take home.
something funny about my work week.
Yeah?
You thought I died. I'm pretty sure you thought I died.
All right, so that's not funny. The other day, my buddy Golden Eagle, he had picked me up for work, okay? And he shoot me a text, and all right, so this is actually kind of funny, too. I don't know if he was trying to, like, get out of picking me up, because he was like, hey, man, 422 is blocked off. Do you still want me to come get you, or are you cool to drive? And I was like, nah, you can come get me. So I don't know if he was trying to, like, whatever, but 422 was blocked off because there was a serious accident, okay? And Danny worked that day. And what does Danny normally do when she gets to work?
I text him that I'm here.
Yes, I always get this confirmation that she's here. I never reply, but she always sends it. So that's like a nice little, okay, she's at work, she's made it there. Guess what she didn't do this day?
Text you.
Guess what else she didn't do? She did not reply to any text
But that
for
is
several hours.
But that is nothing out of the norm for me because I'm busy.
But not getting the initial "I'm here" really had my head racing.
But
now,
then
I know I could have probably Googled some shit, but I didn't think that point. I instantly went from, oh shit, 422 is closed. She just left for work. That's the reason it's closed.
Yeah, well, the reason I did not text him is the motherfuckers were putting up cones right in front of our road. So I had to go all the way around the opposite direction and then take back roads to get to my job. And I was running super late and I just was in a panic running to work. And as soon as I got there, that was the last thing I thought about. I didn't think about texting him. And then finally I checked my phone and then he's like, hello, was his last text message. So,
yeah, I thought my wife died. That's pretty much what
but then he quit texting me. He didn't call me.
She finds that funny.
Yeah, he didn't call me. Like, dude, you texted me like 3 times. So see how much you really are gonna miss me.
Well, I was at work. I couldn't call.
You could have called me if you thought I was dead. Nope, can't call my dead wife because I'm at work.
So, here we are. It is... Hey, here's a little spoiler for you guys. It's not Saturday. And we record normally on Saturdays, but today is...
Friday.
And I even told Dave, I was like, hey, do you have any last words for your future self? He's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, because it's going to release on Saturday, so you're actually talking to the future. And he didn't. He was just so confused. So... another little warning. I drop a lot of sensitive words in the conversation with me and Dave.
I don't know anything about that. I thought you were talking about just in general.
I say fag but it's not derogatory.
Why do you have to put that in my segment?
I also I talk about North Korea by accident because I meant to say Hong Kong, but you'll catch that. You might find that funny. I don't know. We were talking about Activision, okay, and I know Activision they banned that one guy because of his support for the Hong Kong protest. Remember that?
Yeah.
So when Dave was talking about Call of Duty, I'm like, "Fuck you, Activision! I support North Korea," and I was like, "Oh shit, it wasn't North Korea." So, yeah, you'll hear that.
All right. Well,
All right.
thank you for the spoiler.
Yeah, didn't I say spoiler alert?
I don't know, but I'm gonna throw it in
Spoiler
there.
alert, we're all gonna die. I love that line from Watsky.
Yeah.
So pretty much here we are. We are, I don't know, going with the flow, I suppose, because it doesn't really seem like Danny wants to be doing this right now.
You know, I'm gonna bitch about this every time we do this. These seats are freaking uncomfortable.
All right, yeah, they are. They are.
Like, I'm trying to get comfortable here, and it's not that I don't feel like wanting to talk about stupid shit, because that's what I'm saying.
I need to be real with you guys, all right? All my people who listen and are a big fan of MGK, dude, stop acting like you know this motherfucker, okay? MGK had that freak out on stage, and everybody's like, "Oh, I'm here with you. I know what you're going through." You don't know what he's going through. Let the man be human. Let him figure it out on his own. He said he's gonna get help. He'll be all right. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to make anybody mad, but it's so annoying seeing all these people who think, even Shelly said it, like, just because he puts his life out there and he makes you feel like you're relative, you're not.
Yeah.
You
Well,
don't know what he's going through. You don't know who he is. You know a side of him. You know MGK.
yeah,
you don't know Coulson.
MGK. Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just wanted to put that out there. That was another thing. The MGK concert happens to fall on an inventory day.
Yeah, which I don't understand, and I'm in the works of switching to get that day off, so I swear to God, Chris,
Oh, no, I'm going.
I know you're going, but
There's just stipulations around me going. If I'm not going to tell
No.
you guys. It doesn't matter.
yeah, that's not...
But we're going. We will be there regardless of any inventory. It's just so weird, man. My job, during the summer, we pick up. Like, we have to work 6 and 2. That's 6 12s in a row, 2 days off, right? So you can't really make plans during the summer. And then they expect you not to make plans during the busiest holiday months of the year.
Yeah.
I'm over it. So, like I said, you guys start telling people about our podcast so I can make money off of this.
Oh, my God.
Which, isn't it cool that somebody hit us up for us to make our very first bit of money on our podcast?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Danny says it's not really making money if all you're going to do is frame it. Because I'm going to frame it. I'm so stoked. I can't believe somebody found something important enough for us to be their, like, whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Why does it feel like the air's on, dude?
I know, dude.
Do you feel it? Did you turn the air
No,
on?
I did not. I promise you. Chill out. Oh, man. I'm going on a fucking ride-along.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
As of lately, I mean, I've always, my whole life, I've been into, like, the cop shows. But as of lately, what do I do with my free time, Danny?
You watch those dang PD...
On YouTube,
live
I watch
shows.
live PD nonstop. If she's at work and I'm at work and my lunch break isn't spent talking to her, I'm watching live PD.
Which I think he kind of hopes that I don't get a lunch half the time.
I don't know. I think it'd be cool to be a police officer. I definitely am looking forward to this ride-along. I think it's going to be super fucking fun. If anybody wants to know anything about my ride-along, feel free to hit us up. I think it'd be cool. You know. Ooh.
Oh,
Did
Sammy.
you just hear my dogs, y'all? Sam, you don't ever talk on a podcast.
He got scared. It was
Say
him.
what's sorry. That's cool. So he talked on the podcast. That was Samuel. Samuel. Oh, speaking of dogs, did you hear about that black Labrador in the UK?
No.
Oh my goodness. So this black Labrador named Bo, okay, gave birth to one of the largest Labrador litters ever. How many?
13.
13. Oh, so you did hear about it.
I read. I mean, I do remember that.
13 puppies total. The
Her name is Bo.
Yeah, Beau. So like maybe Boo.
Bew?
Beau.
Bo?
Bo.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe
Never
it's
mind.
all right. We're not British.
Stop.
It is it Bo or Boo?
Stop.
She sold the puppies for 950 euros each.
All right.
I'm a lot under.
Stop.
So no, the puppies are selling for 950 euros each. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how much that equals in American dollars and U.S. dollars?
Probably like $1,300.
$13,000 is what she's gonna
Wait,
get.
what? How much did she sell?
For 13 total dogs, it's gonna be $13,702.
Dollars.
Dollars. What'd I say?
I think you said dolls. No, I thought you meant like a
Yeah.
piece.
No, you're right. It's probably like, all right, so $13,000 divided by 30. You're probably right. About $1,000 a piece.
Yeah.
Maybe $10.50. Okay. Google Play.
What about them?
It's an app. Google Play Music.
I know.
Not Google Play. Google Play Music.
Oh.
Has now surpassed 5 million total downloads. I don't use them. I use Spotify.
Yeah.
But 5 million's got to be a lot. I mean, you and I were happy about 12,000.
Yeah.
So 5 million. Way to go, Google. Everybody who thinks that Google is not a successful company, come on, man. I'm tired of having this argument, Ed. I really am. Like,
Don't name drop.
He keeps saying like, "Hey, you really trust that the Stadia is going to be a worthy system?"
Okay.
Dude, I do. Do you trust your Google Maps is going to get you to where you're going? Do you trust what else did Google? You trust your Messenger?
Google itself?
Do you trust? Yeah. Do you get on Bing, motherfucker? Because I don't. Yeah, I have faith in the Google Stadia. Google also. I knew there was something that I wanted to say about them. Shit, Danny. Stalling. I'm stalling.
What did you learn?
What was I going to say about the Google? Maybe that was it.
I don't know.
Oh, no, the Pixel 4.
Wait, didn't we already talk about that?
Well, the reviews are in, okay?
They hate it.
No.
Oh.
All right, so it's all right, so the Pixel 4 feels like Google is setting the stage for a future in which our smartphones are more intelligent and proactive for our behalf.
So they're going to think for us.
Nah, I don't know. Maybe. There are claims that it has the best ever night mode camera, which it does. Back when they rolled out night mode, but probably last Black Friday, pretty much, last year, and it was dope because her and I took pictures outside in the complete darkness, without a flash. It picked up something.
Yeah.
So I imagine night mode's only getting better and better. Let's see. The battery life, though, that's
what I heard.
Is perishing in comparison. So I don't know what you guys are doing. Maybe you focused too much elsewhere, but you gotta pick up on the battery. Overall, though, they say that unlocking your phone is probably the best facial recognition experience you'll have. It's faster than Samsung, faster than Apple. But I don't think that this is. Google might not ever be $1,000 phone.
Not anytime soon.
Where they're advancing is like great, but then when they're declining, it's like really big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're lacking a good battery in 2019,
I know that's like my biggest pet peeve.
And don't get me wrong, our Pixel 2 I thought had a worthy battery.
Yeah.
But for the time. Now I think Google Pixel 4 does also have the pretty much the best screen, the best resolution screen. I don't remember the exact details. But it was like almost comparable to like an OLED TV. And if anybody knows anything about OLED, you're rich.
You know what I was just thinking to myself right now?
What?
I think I know why Chris likes to do the podcast with me. Because when he tries to tell me this shit, like without the headphones and the microphone,
She doesn't listen.
I don't listen. I don't. And I'm like, okay. But now he just like staring at me, and I have to make eye contact and actually listen to what he's saying.
Yeah, I do like that. And not only does she have to listen to it now, she has to listen to it exactly 1 hour after
Yeah, I have to listen to it again. And I have to respond to you. Like, I'm not saying I don't respond to everything, but
I force her to drive around with me. Like, I will.
Yeah.
So this episode's 2 hours long. That means she's going on a 2-hour drive. Can you imagine that? Like, that's gotta be brutal torture.
Yeah.
Danny is not too keen on the sound of her own voice, but she has learned that a lot of people like her on the podcast, so she can't go anywhere.
According to Chris, I'm not allowed to quit the podcast, even though I've never said that. But every time I say I don't want to do something right now, he's like, "Are you trying to quit? You can't quit the podcast." Like, that's not what I said.
Yeah, I always jump to that because now let's bear with me. Dave didn't exactly quit forever, but how heartbroken was I when I got that text message?
Very heartbroken. And I offered to do the one episode with him because he didn't have anyone to do it with. So,
Well,
and then I kind of stuck.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby will do the podcast with me, but Bob's time is also very limited.
It's
So,
just I'm a convenient person.
We are, and
Honestly, if he finds someone better that's convenient on time, he'd probably kick me off
there's
and
not
say,
going to be something better because Danny offers something that neither Bob or Dave could, and that was the woman's perspective. I've looked at our statistics, and 72% of our listeners are female, and I have a hunch that that's not because of me.
"Oh, it's because of you. You're funny."
I think I'm pretty funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're trying to talk shit right there,
No.
but I think I can make you laugh.
Christopher.
So T-Pain, do you know anything about T-Pain?
You did tell me what happened to T-Pain.
That cracks me up, and I love how real this man was. All right, he's canceling his upcoming tour, and you know what he said?
What do you say?
If you hear of any artist cancel their upcoming tour, it's because of low ticket sales.
Yeah.
He's not ashamed to admit it.
No.
He's not a poppin' name. He's not.
He was back in when I was
no,
younger.
yeah. He was probably.
I'ma buy you a drink.
He was the
Our
auto-tune
autotune.
master.
Yeah.
He was our Post Malone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Disney Plus. Did I tell you about that one? Disney
With
Plus?
the Verizon.
Yeah. So, all right. I'm going to tell you guys the article, all right? Disney Plus is now going to be offered for 12 months for free. For 12 months to all existing and new Verizon customers with an unlimited plan. Do you know how many fucking people that is? Probably a lot. All right? So I put together...
Ooh, that's a lot.
Hey, that's a lot. Hey, yeah. So I put together my own opinions, okay? With Verizon giving away Disney Plus and Apple giving away Apple TV Plus to hundreds of millions of users, Netflix should be able to capitalize. Essentially, for 12 months, Netflix has everyone's wallet, with the only competition being Hulu and a couple of the other, like
Well,
Crackle
I
and
kind
shit
of understand why Apple and Disney are doing this.
I feel like it's to boost to make their numbers look higher. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I think it's like a little promotion to show them, like, here, get hooked to our TV
right,
shows.
yeah, so
and,
that
like,
in a year you might want to stay.
well,
But
you might.
it also helps them look like they've got a lot of interested people.
Yeah.
On paper, if you have all these Verizon people, now your numbers are going to look a lot higher at launch than they would have. Because let's be real, the only people who are saying that I'm not going to ever fuck with Netflix again are people who already aren't paying for it. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking that, people, I do not believe that Disney Plus is going to end Netflix. I don't see it happening. It might not even hurt Netflix. You know what I mean?
You know, it's crazy, though. Hulu and Disney and all that, like, they're all separate entities.
Well, Hulu and Disney owns 50% of Hulu.
Okay, so why is it that when I was watching Hulu, I get the ads now because Chris was like, I ain't paying for ad free.
No, we have ad free.
No, we don't.
You got a fucking ad?
Yeah, I just watched an ad. So it was about an Apple TV show.
Oh, you have no idea how disgusted you just make me.
I'm just gonna explain. So how is it that Apple TV commercial got onto my Hulu then?
Well, I mean, anybody, as long as you pay the proper amount of money, you can have your ad anywhere. But how is there an ad on my fucking Hulu? I got rid of live. I did not get rid of ad free. So, if you happen to work for fucking Hulu, this is the third goddamn time I've had this problem.
I've only had one ad. Now you're talking about
now
it.
I'm fucking pissed.
Oh, come on.
We will be taking care of this right after.
Apple TV commercial, that one TV show is pretty freaking cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I did see the ad. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. What was the TV show? It had...
Did it have Jennifer Aniston?
Not that one, but I do know what you're talking about. It had the freaking Aquaman guy. Who is that guy? The big guy.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That one TV show?
Yeah, dude. First off, Hulu, stop fucking playing ads. I paid for ad-free, and get this. When we had live TV, I had the ad-free bundle. Now, the ad-free bundle on live TV is pointless, okay? I get that during live you will have commercials, but her and I never watched live. The only reason we had the live TV package was for the extra content that came with the, on demand. Everything had fucking commercials, even though I paid for ad free. You know what I hit up Hulu through email, and you know what they said to me? Well, sir, some of our programs don't have only some are ad free. I'm like, well, is there a list? No. Are you fucking kidding me? So then I'm like, all right, well, you just lost my money because I pay for ad free. I want ad free. I'm not a very patient man. I don't want commercials.
Yeah, I don't think they're very long commercials.
But you guys will be getting commercials if people start paying us for them.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm thinking. The reason that I do not believe that Netflix is going under. One, every person that I've heard express their interest in leaving Netflix for Disney Plus piggybacks off of someone else's account. You know what I mean? You're not really taking anything away from Netflix. If anything, you are benefiting the company because they don't want leeches. That's what they're considered. They're called leech. All right, so if you've ever downloaded...
I know what a leech is.
Danny does know. There are seeders who contribute and leechers who just take without contributing. All right? 2. And this is a very important number 2, okay? Content.
Netflix content is, like, on the point. I don't know if you remember, like...
Years
when we
ago,
started
was,
dating, it was trash.
The only, back in the day, the only thing they really had was, Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
They didn't really have much
when
OG
they found
content.
that show was actually doing really well, I think that's when they started working on their own content. Their content is really good. That one TV show we're watching on Netflix right now with Paul Rudd, isn't that Netflix?
Yeah. That's Life with Me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Living with Me
with Me. I forgot to cancel BritBox, so now I have BritBox. That's $6.99 a week.
A month. Holy shit, dude!
$6.99
I'm like, get rid of that.
So I like a lot of the British shows, so I got BritBox. But in the first year of launch, Disney Plus will only include 7,500 episodes of current and past TV shows and 500 movies. That represents just 16% of the U.S. catalog of Netflix's 47,000 TV episodes of Netflix and 12.5% of the movie library of 4,000. Mm-hmm. That's...
Well, Netflix has been doing it
Netflix is the innovator. Disney and everything else is just trying to steal. Mm-hmm. All right, and I get it. We're in a capitalistic world. You need your money. I get it. You're already one of the...
Disney already has a lot of money, but whatever.
Whatever, yeah. Try to put the small man under. And Netflix back in the day, Netflix was not expected to succeed. And it did. Netflix is the little guy who became the giant. And I'm proud of him. I think it's fucking dope. And I'm a firm believer that nothing's going to put... You may kick its knees, but you're not taking Netflix out.
Yeah.
I don't
Especially
see it
with their originals. I really...
No, Danny's right, 100%. That Living With Me, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. If you haven't checked out Mindhunter, go... Just type in original.
Oh my God,
go
Mindhunter,
to their original content library and just... There's something for everybody.
Yeah.
There's something for children. Yeah. There's something for adults. There's something for anime people. Speaking of anime, there's this rapper from Columbus, Ohio. I don't know how to say his name. It's Tieran, Tieran. Okay? He actually is really solid, and he has a song called Hente. Hey, you know what I'm talking about. It's pretty funny. I think it's making fun of the insole neckbeard culture. But I think we're going to try to get him on. So if anybody wants to check him out, his name is Tieran. I've asked him
Tyron?
Yeah, maybe. I've asked him to pronounce it for me, but he didn't reply, so... Netflix...
That sounds like Tyron.
Netflix isn't going anywhere. That's pretty much the gist of that.
Yeah.
What is your favorite show on Netflix as of right now?
Right now on Netflix? Oh, shoot. Like new?
Yep, anything.
Well, I watched that Great British Bake Off a lot.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And then I watched all of the Supernatural, but now I was really pissed at you when you got rid of our Hulu Live.
I will
but
re-up it if you need me
the
to.
CW app
is free.
It lets me watch the new episodes. So I was watching the new episodes.
Jared Padalecki.
Oh, yeah.
What about him?
Well, he got a little too drunk.
Yeah. What do you got? 2 cases of assault and 1 case of public intoxication?
Something. Intoxicity. Yeah.
So I guess Supernatural is over, right? They're
No.
done with it.
No, they're
No?
still recording.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because, like,
Well, this is their last season.
All right, cool.
But they're still recording it.
I texted this number that Misha Collins put up. Like, you know how all these celebrities have these phone numbers for you to text now?
Yeah.
So, I texted this number when Misha Collins posted, like, please stay in touch. This is our last blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
So
their last season. But they're still recording.
So, I got contact with your man, Misha. Anytime you need to hit him up,
Uh-huh.
you come to me, you know?
Yeah.
We work something out, you know?
Get out of here. But, yeah, Supernatural is pretty much my stuff. And then I just finished The 100.
I like that. That was a good show.
Yeah.
My favorite show on Netflix is probably The Punisher.
Yep.
And it turns out that Marvel, not only are they planning on like reintroducing him in the future, it might be an R-rated movie, an R-rated Marvel movie. Right now, I think only one of those or two of them exist, and it's Deadpool. Mm-hmm. 1 and 2, obviously. Mm-hmm. So if they do that, that could be really cool. Everybody I've talked to agrees. Who's the best Punisher ever?
John Barenthal.
Yes.
But
it's
I'm kind of
100.
mad because I was like, how dare they like stop the Punisher? Like I was getting into that.
No, it was
the
yeah.
series.
Yeah, no, so I don't know where they're gonna take it because I wouldn't mind the girl from season 2 being a part of whatever happens in the future. Mm-hmm. They were working out a relationship to where John Barenthal almost acted as if like a father role, and it would just be really weird to not have that. It'd be really weird to erase everything that they've already done.
Like get rid of that girl because that was like his child.
Did you read about that emoji thing, the emoji ban going on?
No.
Something about so Facebook and Instagram are banning the use of emojis in a sexual manner. So like how people use that eggplant and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so explain to me how an eggplant is where you draw the line, but you got radical racist groups on Facebook.
Yeah.
But me putting like a smiley face with a fucking eggplant. That's it. Nope, can't do that. Are you aware that most people use those to avoid being too sexually implicit? Like,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I just thought that was stupid.
I think that's stupid too.
That's about as stupid as changing the fucking ABCs.
Yeah, I agree.
That one really irked Danny.
Oh,
Oh man, it irked her hard. How was everybody's Halloween, by the way? Because like
Mine
ours
sucked, I told
was
you.
horrible. It fucking snowed, dude.
and we were at work.
Yeah, so I don't know how trick-or-treating went for everybody, but I hope everybody did get my memo that a blue pumpkin pail meant that the kid might be autistic and is super proud of and super happy to be doing that. I really hope everybody did their part to make people feel happy. And I know that there's a lot of TP and shit like that going on. If you were
Yeah.
part of that group,
Assholes.
shame on you. That's bad. We don't condone that shit. Well, I mean, I might have done it back in the day. So one time, Josh and I went to Giant Eagle, all right? I don't know what we were thinking. I don't know how we thought this was going to happen. But we bought like 13 cartons of eggs. Okay? This is at like 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And as we're walking out, the cop stops me. He doesn't stop everybody else who's walking with me. So they all book it to the car, and I'm stuck with this cop. Right? So he said something about, like, what you doing? And the only thing that came to my mind was at the time, Josh's stepmother, she was diabetic. And for some reason, I thought that was a good thing to say. So I said, my mom's diabetic, and I ate all her eggs. So, no, that didn't work out that well. And he asked, he's like, so who'd you ride here with? And I look out the fucking window, and I see the road, and I see this red car. Because Josh was driving his Ford Focus ZX3. Driving down the road. I was like, you see them? Yep, they're leaving me. They left me. Yeah. All because of... we ended up getting... I got to keep all the eggs. I had Jeff...
Yeah, you paid for them. It's not illegal to buy eggs.
I had Jeff come pick me up, and then we went and egged everybody's houses in the neighborhood. And then Josh was like, oh, man, this looks too suspicious. My house is the only one not egged.
Oh, yeah, I do
So what
remember
did we do? We egged Josh's house. Louis, if you are listening, that was definitely us. We were like 16 dumb fucking kids. Also, we are the reason that the lightning bolt hit that tree in the backyard that split. We used to like to take a little Axe spray paint can, or Axe spray, and we used to like to make them explode. All right? Well, one time we forgot to clean up after we were done, and we left this Axe can in a tree. We left it on a tree. 2 nights later, it started raining. A lightning bolt struck that tree. Split it in half. Was on fire. It was dope. So, Josh, man, I totally just aired out all of your dirty laundry from fucking 35 years ago.
It's not 35 years ago.
I know. I'm not even 35 years old. But, I don't know. Where else would be taking this? Like, I had a couple things I wanted to talk about as far as,
Speaking of
Xbox.
blowing up, did you hear about that gender reveal party where the grandma, like, died from a shrapnel from their baby gender?
What?
Yeah, well, first of all,
She didn't want a granddaughter, huh?
That's not the funny part. So, I mean, there's no funny part, but I'm like, sorry guys, this is not sounding good right now. But they made basically they're a pipe bomb.
What the
I don't know
fuck?
if they knew, but they used gunpowder and put the color of the whatever pink or blue in there and like lit the gunpowder in this metal container. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen?
I bet you they weren't planning on killing Grandma.
No, they weren't planning on killing Grandma.
But now I know if I gotta get rid of somebody, I'm having a gender reveal party.
Well, why are you making this a joke?
I make everything a joke.
Well,
Comedy is my. Alright, guys, that was bad taste. It's very sad that somebody lost their life. That's stupid.
I'm just saying, don't use a pipe bomb. Pretty much, I mean, I don't understand like how they thought that was a good idea. They put it in a metal container, put gunpowder in it, and the color whatever pink blue, and then lit the fuse. It's a fucking bomb.
I did watch a gender reveal party thing where it was a balloon that had helium in it and it flew away.
The little kid.
No, that one was funny too. But this one didn't even get open, so they didn't get to know. They were trying to hit it with like a baseball bat.
I did see it, and it went over.
The stake fell out of the ground, and it just blew away.
No, but that little kid holding the balloon for
he poked it.
Yeah, she was holding it, and he like hit it
with
or
a fork or something,
and it blew.
Boop. So Microsoft is reintroducing something called Xbox All Access Program. You know what that is?
Probably to access everything. I don't know.
All right, so this is a program for players in the United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia. I don't have down under, mate.
No. Stop.
Charmaine, if you can hit us up with that Australian accent, that'd be dope. I can try to perfect it, but none of mine are perfected. Cause I talk like this. I'm gonna do that every episode.
You stop. Give to the point, Chris.
Alright, so this is gonna include the option to upgrade to the Xbox Project Scarlet in 2020. What you get with the Xbox All Access program is, well, an Xbox One, of course, Xbox wireless controller, and a 24-month membership to Game Pass Ultimate. In the United States, that means you can pay as little as $20 a month for 2 years. The ability to upgrade to the Project Scarlet console next year means there's less risk in buying it now, as opposed to waiting for the 2020 holiday season. Not too shabby, though of course there are hoops to jump through and limitations to, pay attention to. So, the Project Scarlet is obviously the next generation console. It's going to be the competitor of PS5. PS5 is probably going to win, but I do think that it might be something worth looking into. I was also reading about something called Xbox One X Cloud. Mm-hmm. I told you about that earlier this week. It was going to be like their direct competition to Stadia. So, again, Ed, if you thought that the cloud gaming was something stupid that only Google thought of, one of your favorite consoles is also trying to compete with it. So you might have been wrong. I don't know. I know you don't like. Did you not care at all about any of that, Danny?
No, I kind of like let it go through one ear and out the other.
See, I knew you were going to say that, which is why I'm making you listen to it right after we post this.
Yep.
Right after. One more thing. Vin Diesel. Did you see his new fucking movie? Did you see the preview for his movie? Oh my god, this thing looks fucking amazing. It's called Bloodsport. Mm-hmm. Or Bloodshot. Bloodshot. We'll go. Yeah, it's called Bloodshot. I'm going to force my wife to check out the trailer. I really want all of you guys to check out the trailer because this is fucking phenomenal, man. It is like, remember like Chronicle of the Riddick?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So remember how badass Vin Diesel was in those?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's about to be way more badass than those. This ain't no Dom from fucking Need for Speed or whatever, or Fast and the Furious. This is motherfucker.
Need for Speed.
No, yeah. Danny, do you have anything at all that you would like to contribute?
Oh. No.
Nah, fuck it. What about your Today I Learned?
Oh, shoot. I forgot to do that.
Oh, didn't she? I fucking figured that she would forget. Oh, go figure. I've also, I told you guys last week that at the end of each episode, I'm going to call one random person to be a part of the show. So, this random person this week, you are about to find out. Who do you think it is, Danny?
I don't know.
Hopefully she answers. It's only 9:44. That's not too bad.
Hello?
Hello, who is this?
Leanne?
Leanne. All right, Leanne, you are on our podcast right now.
Yes.
All right, so
It was all fuzzy.
whatever. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, you are now on my podcast, okay?
Okay.
What we do is at the end of each episode, we're going to call one random person from our phone, and this week it is you, all right?
Okay.
I want you to say who you are.
Leanne, I'm your sister.
Yes, everybody, this is Leanne. She is my sister. You are not really, you seem embarrassed right now that I called you.
No, but you didn't tell me you were.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point of it, because it's random.
Okay.
All right,
Go
so
ahead.
at the end of each episode, we do something called Today I Learned, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Have you learned anything today?
Yeah, I was at clinical today.
Oh, were you? What did you learn today that you can share with the podcast?
I mean, I learned it in class, but I got to see it firsthand. NAS babies born addicted to drugs, and what it does to them and how they react to it.
Okay, and how did that make you feel?
Like I hope it would make anybody feel.
Horrible.
Yeah, pretty horrible. Thanks, Danny.
You're welcome. Because I've seen it too.
Very sad.
Yeah.
All right, no, yeah, so everybody, what was that called again? NAS babies?
Yeah.
A NAS baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
NAS.
Oh, NAS. N-A-S. What's that stand
Yeah.
for?
Narcotic,
Alcohol.
yeah, syndrome.
Okay.
Syndrome.
Right on.
Basically, addicted babies.
I did not know anything about that,
Yeah.
so I'm pretty sure everybody on the podcast who's listening has just learned something.
Yeah.
So that was our segment. Is there anything you want to share before we let you go, Leanne?
No, keep up the good work, though. I follow you on Facebook. I don't really get to listen to your podcast, and I'm sorry, but I don't have any time to do anything.
Guess what?
What?
We've actually had somebody offer us money to promote their product on my show.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that means we're moving on up.
Product?
Oh, I'm not gonna talk about it until I get the money.
Stop.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah,
let her
no
go.
promotion
No
until you get paid.
No promo. But thank you for participating. You are on episode 15 if you ever want to check that out.
I'll try.
All right. We're going to talk to you later, okay?
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Definitely not a willing participant.
Yeah, it
But-
was kind of forced.
It is, it's a pretty awkward thing, and if she didn't want to do it, she would have told me, so that's fine. We're going to drive on. For Today I Learned. What is your Today I Learned, Danny?
It takes approximately 12 hours for food to entirely digest.
I don't believe it.
You don't believe it?
You ever, I'm not trying to get nasty, but you ever look in the toilet after you eat corn?
I mean, yeah, everyone knows that corn's not.
Yeah, so it didn't properly digest in 12 hours.
All right.
I know, I'm just
What's
trying to,
yours?
I'm trying to be a dick.
I'm
a
not
dick.
playing.
No,
Let's do
you're
this.
fine. Today I learned that Elvis Presley's manager created and sold I Hate Elvis badges as a way to make money from people who weren't buying Elvis products.
Oh, well, that's pretty
Talk
funny.
about fucking capitalism. Talk about knowing marketing, pretty much. Before we go, Watch Dogs 2 and The Last of Us 2 have been delayed. That is something that Dave wanted me to share because he forgot to. And I actually forgot one big article, so I'm going to bring it up to you. the NCAA, that's the college football people, they are going to allow college players to finally making money off of their name and, you know, their pictures and their likeness, okay? There's a Republican senator named Richard Burr. You know what he's doing? If you become one of those football players who thinks that you're going to make money, he's going to tax your scholarship.
Oh.
Isn't that kind of fucked up? Mm-hmm. Way to kick them when they're down. So I'm allowed to make this college all this money, but I'm not allowed to make any of it.
Right.
Right. So that is definitely something for you guys to think about. The guy that emailed us last week, he did verify he has no plan. He just wants to move to Canada. So
I suggest finding a plan.
do it, buddy. Get yourself a job. Figure it out. As always, it's been What the Fuck.
Weekly Talk.
Weekly Talk featuring
Danny.
and
Chris.
yeah, babe. That's it, right?
Yeah.
We're going to shut her down now, right?
Shut it down.
That's it? You don't want to say goodbye to everybody?
Goodbye.
You don't want to say thank you for listening? You don't want to say call us at 859-444-4641? I made that sound like that dumb ABCs, didn't I?
Yeah.
No, yeah, so she doesn't want to say all that, but I do. So call us at 859-444-4641. Leave us some voicemails. Email us at WTFDaveandChris@gmail.com. And we already told you why, but why again?
We like Dave.
We do like Dave. Apparently, I should be asking you guys to subscribe to our YouTube and follow us on the Twitter and...
The twit.
The twit? The twit. You little nimtwit. No, that's not even a word. Is it nimwit? Nimwit. All right. Yeah, Twitter, Facebook, all that shit. Danny, somebody needs to encourage Danny to make us an Instagram. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
I lied. It's not over. Enjoy the next hour of me and Dave talking about video games. So I'm sitting here with Dave, and we're going to talk some video games.
So there's actually a lot of video games I've been playing lately. And for one, this is great to be back, by the way. It's actually a little weird because haven't done this for a little while. However, there were effects that we were fucking with a minute ago. All right. Anyway, back to
look how cool
real
that
shit.
looks.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That's pretty cool. You guys can't see it, but we can. It's cool. Anyway, so video games. Today, I actually wanted to go over COD Modern Warfare, which is probably a lot of people want to hear about that. But I also want to talk about COD Mobile, Mario Kart, Last of Us Remastered, along with Last of Us 2,
What is
Ghost
this?
Recon,
What is COD?
Call of Duty.
All right, now for everybody who doesn't know
So
what
for anybody
COD
who doesn't know what COD is, sorry, my bad. It's Call of Duty. This guy's going to be an asshole today, but that's fine. So, anyway, along with all that, we got Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Zelda Link's Awakening for the Switch, and PlayStation Assist. So if you want to hear any of those topics, stick around. If you don't want to hear any of those topics, stick around anyway because they're awesome.
I got something that ties in with that PlayStation Assist, by the way.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I actually have the details that my brother was kind of giving me, and it actually sounds pretty dope. He was reading me an article.
Whoa.
Anyway.
I'll tell you what I got whenever we get there.
Yeah, well, that's down the line. Anyway, to start, I want to talk about mobile games. So I'm not too big into mobile games.
Candy Crush, bitch.
That was years ago, and
Words with Friends, motherfucker.
that was also years ago.
Name that song.
Anyway, it's none of those. So it's actually, the first one would be Mario Kart. So, I don't know, you've played Mario Kart on Nintendo systems,
Candy
correct?
Crush,
Because it's on
bitch.
every system. He only plays Candy Crush, I guess.
All right, no, yeah, I have not played the Mario Kart, though. Not on mobile.
I would actually recommend it because it actually feels a lot
I
like...
thought it was only for Apple. I was on a ring.
No, it's Android.
All right.
It feels a lot like the Mario Kart games you get on Nintendo systems, which is actually pretty cool. However, I personally feel like for some reason it feels better. I don't know. I can't sit there and play Nintendo Mario Kart for so long.
Can you
but
and
this
I
is
play
like addicting.
right now? Like, could it be a game that we would link up and play?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't think you can link up with it, unfortunately, right now. I think they're adding multiplayer in the future.
Oh, so it's only single player?
Right now, it's kind of hard to describe. So you have different tours that you have to beat, and you have all these races, with different people that you believe to be real people that you're racing against. However, I believe they're actually bots you're racing against. It's just the difficulty of the bots, depending on the race, does increase. But I
So
can't
if you're
confirm
playing a
that.
bot named Dave, good chance you'll beat it.
Probably not.
If you're playing a bot named the Vag Man, good chance you'll lose.
That's the same person.
No, Dave and the Vag Man are two different people.
How?
The Vag Man don't exist no more.
Well, yeah, but he was the same person.
What is the Vag Man?
It was for one, it was a name that Jimmy came up with.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, this is going to be the second week straight that Jimmy made it to our podcast. What the fuck?
Jimmy, welcome to the podcast.
Jimmy Coots, if you're out there, you've been on the podcast for 2 weeks now. That's cool. That's cool.
I think it was because I couldn't think of a name, and sometimes you randomly generate a name and it's stupid.
Is that when he was living at y'all's place?
I can't remember. I think probably.
I would have went with the Fag Man.
I know you would have.
And for anybody out there, not an insult. I use fag like I would use shit.
Not like that's any better. So
Fag
he could come
shit.
off rather offensive. However, he's not trying to.
Fag shit.
So anyway, aside from that, I would suggest trying Mario Kart because it's, a decent game on mobile that you could play, obviously anywhere.
You're trying to smoke a faggy?
Another one would be COD Mobile, which I know this.
All right, now
retard
I
over here.
had played. What are your initial thoughts?
So when I first started playing it, they had like this tutorial they were walking you through, and I'm like, you know what? I guarantee right now I'm playing against bots, and that was the case. The multiplayer match you played first was against bots. The Battle Royale game you played first and most likely won was against bots.
Oh.
Now, okay, so Chris was excited because he won that first match. Much like me, because I'm like, shit, I'm a badass.
Bro, I went like 20-0.
Well, yeah, in Battle Royale, you're talking? Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, if you win, you're not going to die.
No, I mean the first match. I went like 20.
First multiplayer or black
first
or
multiplayer.
Oh, okay.
It looked like Nuketown.
Well, yeah,
I went like Nuketown.
I had a match for like I texted Josh and everyone, and I'm like, dude, I just went like 27 or whatever and 0, and I'm like, I didn't get a nuke or anything because it's probably 30 kills. However, I think that's badass, and somebody pointed that out to me. That you're probably playing against bots, and it like sparks something. I'm like, well, damn, I might be playing against bots. So anyway. I think you're actually currently playing against bots until you get to level 10. Once you get to level 10, you are split up and you're getting partial bots, partial real people. For instance, if you drop into Battle Royale, it's, I believe, 100 players. However, I think 75 of them are bots.
How do you know this?
Research, and I'm sorry, but when I'm shooting someone and they're running continuously into a wall, probably a bot. If somebody's shooting me and I just keep going left, right, on and on and on, it's probably a bot because they obviously can't shoot you. They can kill you. I mean, but
all right,
sometimes it's a lot harder for bots.
If any of the names that I say are listening and you're not level 10, fuck you. Yannick and Ryan.
So, yeah, and
Dude,
I know anything below
me because I was all excited about winning that first match because it was bots. And
yeah, and the first match I believe was all bots.
Now I know whenever they were
because
dogging
you're under
me,
level 10.
When they were dogging me, they weren't level 10 at that point. So
right. That that's
that
correct.
means you've been playing with bots too, bitch.
But there's actually other games that are implementing bots, which it's for instance I'll bring up Fortnite. Fortnite had that whole end of the Fortnite thing, black hole, whatever, and they brought in Fortnite Chapter 2. Well, when you drop into that initial Battle Royale match, by the way, you feel like a badass because the music's playing in the background as you're dropping, and it just feels great. However, most likely, as long as you don't die by the storm coming in, you're probably going to win. I would say that I won my first match, however, I get very distracted because it was a new map, new locations. You could fish, you could drive a boat, you can swim, you can take a fishing pole and fish on Fortnite. You could also swim, and when you swim and jump out of the water, it's like a dolphin, and you look so stupid. But I got
How-
distracted and then realized that I wasn't even close to the circle. Storm came in and killed me, and then I realized that the first match is against bots.
How close to? How much do you play that game?
I only play it when my buddy from work's on because he doesn't work there anymore. So it's nice to talk to him every now and then. That's usually where I talk to him. So it's not much. But even if you were to drop into a match right now after that initial match, you're still getting bots in those lobbies. The reason being is, I don't know if anybody realized the mechs that were put into that game, but the mechs were used to get shitty players to win.
What?
Yes. So a lot of people that compete in Fortnite were pissed and were going after Epic about putting this in for everyone to win because it's bullshit. They were way overpowered and you can't take them out. So I think this was Epic's way of saying, you know what, we understand that, but to let newer players experience a good Fortnite experience, they're going to throw in bots. Now those bots go away if you are so good. So depending on how many kills you're getting, I guess your build speed, whatever, those bots will start to diminish, and you will start playing against full crowds of people. So that's my thing about bots, and I feel like they're implementing them in many different
Is
games.
Battle
right now.
Royale the new thing?
I mean,
Are we straying away from it? Will I ever play another shooter that doesn't have fucking Battle Royale?
I don't know, because Battle Royale, I mean, there's a lot of things I think you can do with it, depending on the different companies that make these first-person shooters, or even third-person shooters. However, I know we're not on the COD Modern Warfare topic, sorry, Call of Duty Modern Warfare topic.
Why are you calling it Call of Duty? Everybody knows it's COD.
Right. My bad.
This dude.
What am I thinking?
Oh my god. That's
So-
like saying laughing out loud instead of LOL.
And anyway, so they're actually implementing a battle royale for Modern Warfare. Did you know that?
I'm over this Battle Royale
Okay,
shit.
you're not over it because you're gonna play it when it comes out, and it comes out at the beginning of the year, some probably in
All right,
February
so
of 2020.
I want to take you back to 2000, maybe 2010, maybe. Medal of Honor.
Okay.
I think they were like ahead of the time because they had like that 20v20 team deathmatch. And it was horrible, and everybody hated it. So how did this fucking...
I don't know exactly why they hated it back.
Jump in?
I don't know exactly what game started it. I always think it's Fortnite because, you know, it's so big.
That's the one that it got it the biggest.
Right, exactly. But I think they've been around
But
for
wasn't like
longer.
Was it PUBG before Fortnite?
I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I just know Battle Royale, it a lot of times requires a lot of skill to play because, I mean, you got to stay alive. You can't die. You go into a multiplayer match, for instance, you die right away. If that was Battle Royale, guess what? You're at the start screen restarting your match. Like, it takes a lot of skill to play a lot of these games. And they get competitive with it, and they have tournaments, and people win money, obviously, Fortnite.
Battle Royale is so...
I feel like there's...
You're beating a dead horse now.
No. I don't agree with that. I think there's more to come with Battle Royale. However, it could quickly get to the point where, yes, you are beating a dead horse.
Is it going to be like, you think we'll have like a 3v3 Battle Royale?
Well...
Well, you got like 50 teams.
Put it like this.
50 teams.
50 teams? Well, Chris. So, you said 3v3 first. So, if you look at Modern Warfare with 2v2, that's the same thing, essentially.
V3, V3.
So, trios.
Yeah, all right,
trios.
we'll go trios.
Okay, that's what they are. So, trios,
What about duos?
they have duos.
What about duets?
What? This guy's crazy. All right. So
Menage a trois.
we're going to get off this topic because he's not going to let me stop talking about this. Anyway,
I think it's innovative.
I
really interesting way of playing games. I don't want to see it on every game I fucking play.
I agree, but think about it like this. You don't have to play it. It could be a mode. You don't have to play it. Nobody's telling you to play it. Kind of like For instance, Modern Warfare came out with those 3 modes. People might not play campaign, or people might not play Spec Ops. However, they play multiplayer.
All right, so I have not played it, but I think Spec Ops will be the one I go at first.
I will disagree with that, and we'll get to that. So, anyway, I want to continue before we get onto that, and I want to move on to Ghost Recon. But anyway,
So
COD Mobile, basically, it is a good game. I do suggest trying it. It does have some killer graphics for being on a phone.
Yeah.
And the gameplay is actually pretty solid.
I think it's only a gigabyte, too.
Yeah, I don't think it's that I don't think it's that large. But anyway, the controls, you can go into your options, adjust your controls. I hate first-person shooters on a phone because I can never get the controls, and my fat fingers are always in the way. So this is actually a little different because they have settings to prevent that.
1.5 gigs.
All right, 1.5 gigs. So, but the controls are really simplistic, and I suggest at least giving a shot, get through the tutorial, get past level 10, and see if you like it. So,
I like it. I'm at level 3.
all right. My brother likes it. He's probably at level 50 right now.
Just don't get your hopes up then. Like, and whenever you win that first 3 matches, you're not a champ.
Right. But, yeah, you're right.
Unless you go like 27-0 like I did.
Right, you just said 20-0.
No, it was like 27.
Oh, 27?
Yeah.
Because that sounds familiar.
Was yours 27?
It was 25 or 27, I can't remember.
Can
I said
look it
27
up?
here.
Can I look it up?
Can you look it up on mine?
Can I look up mine?
I don't know, maybe in
While
under
he's
leaderboards.
talking,
He's gonna look up his leaderboards and see what the fuck he
because
did,
I'm
so.
the shit.
He is the shit. So anyway, Ghost Recon Breakpoint launched recently. I can't remember exact release date, month and a half ago, something like that. I did pick it up, and a lot of people were disappointed with it. I am kind of on edge with it because there's a lot of good features, except they tried to take everything that everybody likes and cram it into one game. And now all those things are conflicting. I really cannot stand the camera angle behind your character when you're running. If you're running, your whole left side of the screen, or right side, depending on what, because you could hit L3 or R3 to switch that, your whole left or right side of the screen is gone.
Why?
Because the fucking character's there. All you see is the character's back and running, not like the whole back, like their head and their kind of silhouette and whatever. But it's so fucking annoying and I can't stand it. And then I feel like the gunplay is decent. It does remind me of Ghost Recon Wildlands. However, a lot of people have a lot of complaints about it, and Ubisoft has reached out to the community and let them know that a lot of the things they're bitching about are going to be fixed. However, it looks like they're revamping the game. I don't know exactly what that means. Revamping would basically just be redoing what they already have out there. So there's probably going to be a massive update soon that fixes everything people are complaining about. People were also complaining about the fact that this is like a loot shooter. And you already have the Division from Ubisoft. Division 1, Division 2. Those are loot shooters. Granted, there's different styles there because, you know, in Ghost Recon you have vehicles, stuff like that.
Division 1 or Division 2?
Division 2.
Alright.
I have not beat Division 2 yet, but it is a good game.
I didn't get far into Division 1. I enjoyed it more playing with somebody than I did on my own.
See, that's a lot of multiplayer games and open world co-op games. They're a hell of a lot better playing with someone, so you have that person to talk to and strategize with and stuff like that. So, I agree with that. But Ghost Recon was kind of a disappointment to a lot of people. I'm not saying it's a disappointment to me because I enjoy a lot of games and I'm still going to play it. I'm still going to beat it. I am looking forward to the update because I don't know how they're going to revamp a game that's already out there and what means they're going to take to do that. So I'm interested to see. However, I did want to move on to this guy's probably favorite topic out of all mine here, which would be COD or Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
What's the difference in those two games?
So,
Is Call of Duty better than COD?
yes, Chris, yes. Yes, Call of Duty is definitely better than COD.
Now, all right. So here's,
All right.
I'm gonna put out there what I fucked with. All right. I have fucked with the download. I did get it completely downloaded.
That is incredible, seeing as your internet sucks, because that download was massive. Josh actually came to my place to download the game because I have 950 megs a second, and I was able to download my game and his game within 45 minutes on launch night, which is actually incredible. It was
completely
56
downloaded
gigs, I believe,
before the servers went down.
Yeah, I think I did too, but I didn't play it till after because I was talking to Josh. He left, and then I was getting everything ready for work and whatever. But I got on, servers were down, so then I jumped into Spec Ops. If you open Spec Ops, you have another like 16 gigs.
Oh
to
yeah, that's
download.
when you told me that. You were like, just so you know.
This is right after Josh left, so I'm like, well, you got to use your crap internet to download it. However, he did get his internet fixed, so that's not really an issue anymore.
Also, I did fuck with the night vision goggles, which I was very impressed with. They are probably some of the better night vision goggles I've used outside the military. So,
Yeah, because you can tell the night vision goggles are meant to be a toy. I mean, they are definitely meant to be a toy.
Item.
The perception
that's
of
like
what you actually see compared to what you see in the goggles are, I think, way off.
That's like a real night vision goggle, though.
Is it?
Your depth perception's way off on real night vision goggles.
Okay. So I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah. No, I mean, it sucks because, like, you reach forward and your arm looks a lot smaller than it should look.
Right. But you can see everything pretty clear. They have the black and white mode, the regular night vision
And
mode.
then the IR actually works. I pulled out one of my uniforms and opened the IR tab, and it found it. I was like, what the fuck?
That's awesome. I know, and for instance, I played the night mode in Call of Duty, and you see that, because I've never had night vision goggles, but you see that little flashlight. I'm like, how the fuck aren't people seeing him? He's shining a flashlight on him.
Yeah.
That is infrared light.
Yeah.
And I could not believe it. This does have it. You have that little flashlight, and I'm like, dude, Jackie, you see the flashlight? And she's like, what flashlight? I'm like, Jackie, it's right on you. Do you see it? And she couldn't see it because all she sees are red lights.
Yeah.
So it's pretty
she was
dope.
on the other side.
Yeah, she was.
All right. Yeah. So
I don't think she actually tried them. Oh no, she did. I got her to try it. So yeah.
I mean, overall, definitely worth the investment.
It was worth the money. Obviously,
I've already sold them for $300.
Right there, you go. Did you really?
No, I'm fucking with you.
I'm like one of the bigger collectors that I know sold a collector's item.
No, yeah, I ain't selling them.
So, anyway, those were pretty dope, worth the money.
Now, before you go into your spiel, why do you say that I wouldn't want to play Spec Ops first?
All right. So, Spec Ops, a lot of people had a lot of trouble with understanding what exclusivity PS4 had to Spec Ops. Spec Ops is available on PS4 no matter what. It's the survival mode and the Spec Ops missions. On Xbox, however, they only get the Spec Ops missions. PS4 only has the survival mode, which is the mode that you saw from Modern Warfare 3.
Wait, hold on. So
it was survival.
We don't get Spec Ops?
I just said PS4 gets it. Holy shit. No wonder people are confused. Once they hear Spec Ops, their fucking brain explodes.
Wait, no.
All right, listen.
You said PS4.
I said PS4 has exclusive access to Spec Ops.
But you said we don't get the missions.
I said PS4 gets the missions, and they and they get the survival mode. Xbox 360, or not 360, sorry, Xbox One and PC only get the missions. They do not get the survival mode.
Well, what about the 360?
Shut up, Chris. So, the Spec Ops survival mode is only available on PS4, and that's for an entire year. Everybody fucking lost their mind over it. Believe me, from what I see and what I heard, you're not missing anything unless they do a huge update or there's something we're missing. The survival mode can only be played on 3 of the maps, which I believe are the... I'm gonna wait till Chris turns this off.
What are those 3 maps, Dave?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Tell me now.
In a minute.
Now.
In a minute.
Now.
And I don't even have the names of the map. Okay. So I don't even have the names of the maps.
All right.
However, I believe it's the biggest maps that are in. So if you play large scale headquarters map. Like, for instance, 20-player domination, you'll get this map. And it's a large map. It's like a palace or something, a Naya palace or something. That's one of them. And then there's two others. However, when I was watching somebody play through it, the survival mode, the AI people that you're up against, for one, suck. They don't know where they're going. They don't know what they're doing. Yes, they could definitely kill you. However, he was trying to take out a Juggernaut, which was, at level 5 or 7 or something like that. The guy taking him on was right around the corner. The Juggernaut was standing there doing nothing. Then the Juggernaut started shooting at the wall just randomly. Nothing happening. And this guy is staring at the Juggernaut. Then he shot the Juggernaut. Then the Juggernaut came toward him, running, mind you. They don't walk anymore. They run with all that heavy armor. So he went around the next corner and waited. And the Juggernaut is still just sitting there, just standing there doing nothing. It was the most, and it takes forever to kill him. I guess it wasn't a good experience. It's not like if you drop into zombies and you have, tasks you gotta do. It's fun killing every zombie. They have different zombies coming at you. These AI characters had no fucking mind. They might as well have been zombies. So, that part I don't think...
No character at all.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be too enjoyable. However, obviously I'm gonna try it. I haven't yet. And from what I hear, the Spec Ops mission, there's only one Spec Ops mission so far. Which, I guess the developer had said it was going to launch with several Spec Ops missions. So far, we only have one. So, Spec Ops isn't really huge right now. They didn't really spend a lot of time on it seems. Anyway, do you have any questions, or does that clear it up for you? I mean, you're free to try it out for yourself.
So, were they prepared for this game to launch when it did?
I don't know. I feel like they should have been because they had full 3 years. Now, the next Call of Duty that...
Oh, no. You did not just dog them. You just said, I feel like they should have been because they have full 3 years, but they didn't give us the full game.
Correct. Because it looks like they're going to release updates...
Well, I'll tell you what.
...in the future, obviously.
The Badge Man with 3 years would have put out a better fucking game.
I probably wouldn't have. No, this is definitely a better game. Game than...
Hey, Activision. I stand behind North Korean protesters.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? Well, anyway, we're about to have a horde of people at our door. Well, no, because this isn't streaming live. So
yeah, it don't matter.
We got this.
I didn't win nothing from you, so you can't take it away.
Anyway, this guy's on something today. I'm not sure what it is.
I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew.
Or Monster, Java, Lava, whatever the fuck you're drinking over there.
Mocha, actually.
Mocha.
This is not endorsed by Monster, so...
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
All right.
This was not an advertisement. Anyway.
I wish it were.
Right, but they're not going to pay you to advertise anything. Anyway.
They will one day.
One day. So, where was I, Chris?
All right. So.
Oh, were they ready for the game? So, I feel like they were ready in a sense of the game's out there. It's functional. However, there's certain things the community doesn't like because they tried to take a different approach. For instance, we'll go to multiplayer. They tried to take a different approach, and they took a different approach with...
It wasn't North Korea, was it? The protests were somewhere else, weren't they?
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. I stand behind the Hong Kong protest.
Anyway, so... multiplayer. I'm trying to gather my thoughts here. So, in multiplayer, they changed a bunch of things. For instance, Dead Silence is no longer a perk. It's actually a field upgrade. Which I find to be useful, however, people aren't liking it. People are really having a heart attack over the minimap. The minimap originally when the beta hit, it had no minimap. That was their design and that's what they wanted. Now, people are bitching because they have a minimap. You can see where you're going. Yeah, well, no, your HUD's your whole entire thing. Like, your ammo and all that.
Right, yeah.
But minimap's usually up in the left. Yeah. Right. So... if you look at the map in past Call of Duties, if somebody shoots in the distance close to you, whatever, it blinks. You see it.
Yeah.
No, you don't see that in this. The only time you will see people on there is if you have the field upgrade of EMP EMP pulls up a little tablet that you can see everybody on the map, and you can use the EMP. The only other way is if you have like a personal UAV, which I believe is only with a certain radius of you, and a UAV. And I think they have advanced UAV. Whatever. That's the only way you're going to see people on the map, which people are definitely not liking. People are confused as to why they took that approach and changed it. I think because my biggest complaint with this game, which I believe this game is a really good game. I think it could be one of the better Call of Duty games I've ever played, along with Modern Warfare 2, because I love Modern Warfare 2. I don't think they're there yet, and I think there's changes that they need to make. The biggest fault they made, and I knew was going to be one of their faults before this game launched, was implementing kill streaks back into the game. They have created nothing but a camper's paradise.
Oh, no doubt. I've heard that.
Around corners, around 1,000 windows that are just open. Same with doors that you can open, close, whatever. I like the door mechanic. I think it's great. I don't like the fact that people could just sit wherever they want and rack up kills. I was actually in a domination match. We took A, we took B. We sat there. We waited. So I'm like, okay, let's go take C. We took C. We sat there. We waited. We didn't see anybody. We looked at our the score, and the lobby's full. Everybody's here. We don't know where the fuck they are. Nobody was capping points. They were just sitting in fucking buildings, racking up the kills. They don't care about the objectives. And that's a problem. And that's where Modern Warfare kind of got away with it, with implementing kill confirmed.
Streak, right?
What?
Score streak, right?
Score streaks, I can't remember if that was Black Ops that did that, or...
Well, I remember, kill confirm was cool. That was, because you got 50 for the kill and then 50
exactly.
for the...
They made you go get those tags.
Yeah.
And I think that was slightly before kill streaks, or score streaks. I could be wrong. However, you can, in this game, you could you could add a perk to, go by score streaks. That's great, but not everybody needs to do that, and they'll just, run hardline and rack up the kills. Hi, kitty. So we have somebody else on this podcast here.
Yeah, Harold just pushed his way through the door. That's our cat.
I'm pretty sure the door was closed, so I'm pretty sure he opened it as well. So, anyway, before I get distracted by this adorable kitty cat here, I think people are mainly pissed because they... for instance, I was in a match yesterday. I was running down the main lane. I didn't see anybody. Shot. And then when I was shot, the camera pans to wherever the shots came from. Nobody's there. It's a fucking wall. There's nobody there. I go around there again. It happened again and again and again. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? People are seriously just camping and people are getting pissed. And I understand because I'm kind of one of them. However, I do think it's a decent game aside from those three big things. My biggest things would be the mini-map and the camping. You fix that somehow with your game. I think this could be one of the better COD games because it is extremely fun to play if everybody's playing it. With this game, they also took out the prestige system, which so far I'm actually liking because instead of prestiging, once you prestige, which I have already, I'm level 66 or whatever, it gives you ribbons that you earn. Those ribbons give you different challenges, like kill 150 people, kill 50 people with assault rifles, get 30 frag kills, something stupid like that. Stupid, easy, whatever.
Challenges used to be one of my favorite things, get 10, martyrdom kills, get fucking. I used to love that shit.
Right, and once you prestige, they kind of added those back in, but you have to earn them. Now, before you prestige, and obviously after you prestige as well, you have missions, and I'm not sure if you've messed with missions at all, but they don't have traditional challenges like other Call of Duties. It's not like you grind and you'll eventually get this challenge. No, you actually have to select the mission you want to do, and when that mission's selected, you have to complete them in order. So one mission might have 7 objectives. You have to start on number 1, say 30 assault rifle kills. Next one, 30 submachine gun kills. Next one's 30 shotgun kills. Until it's complete in order to get all those items. And underneath, you get different calling cards, emblems, whatever else. With the officer ranks, which is their new prestige system, every 10 ribbons you get an emblem. After you get, I think, all of them complete, which would be 10 emblems, you get an animated emblem.
How many ribbons have you completed?
I think I've only completed like 3, but they were super easy. The challenges are not working as well as you would think. For instance, I tried the assault rifle, 150 kills with assault rifle. That's easy. And it says any assault rifle. It doesn't specify. Get into the match. I, get some kills with assault rifles, come back out, 0 out of 150. I'm like, what the fuck? So what I did is, using my programmer logic here, I removed the attachments from the weapon.
What?
When I removed the attachments from the weapon, the kills started calculating.
That sucks.
So it's not supposed to be like that. It is a bug. There's going to be bugs in this system, you guys. And that's with any game. And that's another reason why they have betas. If they didn't have a beta, do you imagine how fucked this game would be right now? It'd be crazy because they had a shitload of updates, like 56 gigs of updates. Yeah, that cat's an asshole sometimes. So, anyway.
Hey, man.
So, I have not played Campaign yet. Campaign has been turning out to be very controversial. This campaign pits you against enemies, civilians, children, whatever. And I'm not sure specifics of a lot of missions. However, there's one mission where you don't know who the enemy is. And you're clearing this hotel or whatever, and you have to decide to kill them or not. If you don't kill them, they may pull out a gun and kill you. They may do some other action, get somebody else killed. So you have to kind of think quick. Some people get shot for no reason. There's actually somebody that actually killed the baby that was in there. You do not see the baby get shot. However, if you pull the trigger, it goes to a black screen, gives a warning message, puts you back in the mission. Do it again. It gives another warning message saying, are you serious? Because I think the first one are children are non-combatants. Next one is, are you serious? If you do it, I think the third time, it kicks you completely out of the game and you have to restart the mission.
What?
Yeah. So they are very adamant about telling you, no, you cannot kill this baby, which is great. However, there's a lot of controversy over this game because I guess the Russians in the game are portrayed as terrorists, which is why I think the main reason they took the game off of the Play Store in Russia is because they were having a controversy with Call of Duty over the fact that they're portrayed in a way that they shouldn't be. And there's some Highway of Death. Have you heard of that? The Highway of Death? I am not familiar with it. I was going to read up on it today and I didn't get a chance to. So read up on the Highway of Death and the controversy with Call of Duty. This guy's over here looking it up now, I believe.
No.
Okay, he's not looking it up now. However, I think it has to do with the Iraqi war and some sort of path that the U.S. were taking and bombing Iraq, and they... So we just looked up Russian. Okay, got it. So I knew it was something Russian because, Chris can't be serious. So, anyway, so there's a big controversy over that, and I knew that was going to happen because that happened in Modern Warfare. No, you can't. That happened in Modern Warfare 2, where you had to storm that terminal, the airport, and take out all those civilians because you were infiltrating the Russians, and then they ended up shooting you at the end of that.
A lot of snowflakes, man.
So yeah, people do get easily offended, and a lot of people are offended by this game. However, this game is getting massive ratings, like great ratings, because it's an incredible game.
It was a very highly anticipated game, too.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare actually did better than any other game, I think any other Call of Duty, any other game in history in the first 3 days. In the first 3 days, they made $600 million, I believe, which is a lot for an opening weekend.
All right, now that's where I have a question. Remember, I have 2 special questions for you. Here's number 1. I
actually thought it was 1.
I was reading about Cyberpunk 2077, And I was reading that CD Projekt Red has like a big hit on their hands and are projected to push 20 million units in their first year. Is that a lot?
20 million units?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's a hell of a lot, yeah.
All right. I was just wondering. Because I'm reading some shit about how Call of Duty sold 650 million.
A million's a lot to me. 10,000's a lot to me. It all depends on what they've sold. So if 20 million's a lot for them and that's the most they've ever sold, then yeah, that'd be a lot.
Well, all right. So they said in comparison, The Witcher has only sold 20 million in 4 years. It took 4 years to hit the 20 million.
And they expect to do 20 million in 1 year?
Yeah.
Oh, then I think that's a hell of a lot.
All right. Now drive on to your next.
So anyway, do you have anything else on Call of Duty? I think everybody should try it, give it a shot. I do think it could be great, but I think they need to do some updates, which I know they're working on a lot of updates, because I guess the tactical insertion's broken as well. However, I think it's going to be a great game.
When you walk into GameStop, all right, be careful, because you might end up with COD if you want Call of Duty. And if you wanted COD, you might end up with Call of Duty.
That is correct, Chris. Great observation.
Just be specific, okay?
Yes, exactly. So, Zelda Link's Awakening for the Switch. Have you seen gameplay?
No.
Do you know what this was remastered from?
Yes. Shit.
What year was it?
Probably Nintendo.
Okay, that's not a year. However, it was a Nintendo game. When did it come out?
90s, 92?
Okay, you're within
89?
No, you're fine. Just stop before you hurt yourself. So, in 1997, this is when this came out for the Game Boy Advance, or I think it's the Game Boy Color, maybe even the Advance, I can't remember. It was so pixelated. It looked crazy. I mean, to me now, it looks shitty. To me back then, I'm like, this is fucking great. It looks similar to like those Pokemon games you play on Game Boy, Pokemon Blue and Red and whatever. And it was crazy looking. They actually did a graphical comparison between this game and the game on the Switch, and they look absolutely nothing alike. I actually have not gotten this game yet, but I will. Nothing alike. And I actually thought...
Almost as if the newer one probably doesn't have a lot of...
You would be shocked because they just came out with Aladdin and... You know what, motherfucker? They came out with Aladdin and Lion King, and I believe it looks identical to how it was when it came out originally.
Games?
Yeah, I think it was like Sega or something. Super Nintendo or something like that. What?
No,
it came in a bundle for PS4. I'm not
buying that they look the same.
Listen, I haven't played this, but I saw a trailer the other day that PlayStation posted, and I'm looking, I'm like, this looks pretty much the same, unless they were showing, for whatever reason, the gameplay from back in the day. I don't see why they would be the same. But
graphically, there's no way they're the same.
Right.
If they put out a game that takes me back to shittier times...
Right. They added some features, but...
What'd they add? The chance to make it look better?
No, believe me. Not from what I saw. You can, like, rewind. You can start at any point in the map. I don't even know what they added. However, the videos I was seeing, nothing looked graphically inclined with this game. I mean... Anyway...
How do we feel about Zelda? Are you interested?
I'm interested. I played Zelda for the Switch, the other Zelda game, Breath of the Wild. Yeah. And I beat that game. That's an incredible fun game. And it was rated 10 out of 10 on IGN.
Wasn't that like the flagship of the Switch?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, it was right when the Switch came out. It was one of the first games. So I recommend that game too. That was a really fun game. So I'm interested in this just for the nostalgia because the game is identical. However, it obviously looks really, really good now. So I do recommend checking that out.
That's kind of a cool concept. To take a game and make it exactly what it was, but better.
Right. I agree. I agree. And
do that with Tony Hawk. Do that with fucking...
Tony Hawk.
Do that with the earlier
The blue cartridge for Nintendo 64.
Tony Hawk 1? Oh,
dude, that was my shit. I loved it.
That's a cool idea.
So they actually have a Tony Hawk game for a PS4, and it was the most garbage game ever because I guess when you're skateboarding, you like fall through the map randomly. Oh. You'll do like a trick or whatever, go to grind, it'll throw you up in the air. I don't even know. It's fucking crazy. So aside from that, I'm gonna get it. I just don't know how it is now. It just looks amazing. So if anybody is on PlayStation, and got the game of the month. When was it? It was
last month.
I think it was
Last of
October.
Us?
Yeah, Last of Us. So it was a free download, and I was gonna buy this game.
Oh, thank God I got it before it's over.
Yeah, exactly. You did get it?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I don't believe you.
I swear to God.
I don't fucking believe
Dude,
you.
I'm stoked.
All right, then listen to this. So I played through this game. This game originally came out on PS3. It was remastered for PS4. Whatever. Obviously, it looks better.
Yeah, the remastered on PS4 is what they put the PS4. That was like one of the free games when you bought a PS4.
Right.
Maybe long before the PS4 Pro.
Right. This game will, for one, hit you in the feels. It will make you emotional at some parts, angry at some parts. You can feel the emotion in the characters. It's absolutely insane. And I was gonna give some spoilers because I could spoil it for you, right?
No, I'd rather not.
All right. So anyway,
I'm just gonna hang up my microphone.
All right, I'm not gonna spoil it. However, Jackie was in tears in the first 15 minutes of the game.
No shit.
She got emotionally attached to a character, and I already knew it was gonna happen because this game's been out for a while, so I see streamers streaming it and whatever.
Alright, so we're only on Last of Us 1, right?
Last of Us 1 and Last of Us, it's like a side story. I can't remember what it's called, but it's actually included in that game, so you get it. So play The Last of Us first, then play the little side story. Side story is it's probably like an hour or two. The full Last of Us game is probably about a 5-hour, 6-hour playthrough. This game's incredible. You're up against zombies. You're up against actual people that want to kill you. If you find yourself playing, you're halfway through, just keep going. And I have to push that because what happens 3/4 of the way through to the end of the game is absolutely incredible. And there's so many twists and turns in this game that you will not want to put it down until it's finished. And hence why I couldn't. So, I definitely recommend playing The Last of Us Remastered. And there were actually 2 trailers I shared with Jackie and Josh of The Last of Us 2. I don't think I sent them. Did I send them to
Josh. I think Josh shared it with me.
Okay. Those trailers were absolutely incredible. They looked amazing. It looks like, some characters are coming back. It looks... There's a new story. Like, I don't think you really need to play Last of Us 1 to play Last of Us 2 according to the trailers. However, I highly recommend it because you will get the backstory and you'll know things that may come up in number 2 because I don't know what comes up in number 2. I know characters come back, so you're going to want to know what characters those are and go from there. I am a huge fan of this game, so let me know when you play it and beat it.
All right. Go ahead.
No, you have a game that you have been.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right, so we are currently on November 1st. All right, we are 7 days from the release of a game that I've actually been interested in. It's called Death Stranding.
Yes.
I want to know,
dude,
how you did not bring this up.
All right, I was thinking about it because I know we brought it up in a past podcast. We didn't get too into it. There was a trailer that launched the other day. I made Jackie watch it, and she was completely mind-fucked. I was mind-fucked because, for one, you don't know what's going on, but you want to play through it to see the story, see what the fuck is happening. Now, granted, I did get a review on IGN today, and it was rated like 6.6. Now, I follow reviews just so I can see how other companies rate games. It all depends on who actually rates the game. I am still going to get this game to play through it because it may be a 6 out of 6.6 for IGN, but it may be, an 8, 9, 10 for me. So I think it would be worth playing. I was a little weary of it because before this last trailer, the only trailer we got was this.
Like a little snippet.
It was a little snippet, and he was like in this giant open field, nothing around. He took a piss and did something else. I don't even know. But it wasn't like, what's this game about? What does it mean? So I'm very interested in playing it, along with another game that's coming out around the same time. Actually, I think the same day is Need for Speed, which I know you're not a big Need for Speed person, but Need for Speed Heat, I think is it Heat? I can't remember.
I don't remember what it was. I was looking at the boxes.
I want to say it's Heat, but it looks really good. They have night races, day races. they have a new dynamic in it.
It had a very when I was at GameStop, just the box, like pre-order this thing. It looked almost like a Vice City type of lettering. You know what
It
I mean?
actually did. It did. It looks like. Also, you played Underground 1 and 2. So it reminds me of Underground, except when you race in the daytime, it's different than when you race at night. And that's a new dynamic they added in because at night, all the street racers come out, they race. You're more prone to getting cops in your races and stuff like that because the streets are a little quieter. Stuff like Kitty. Anyway, so yeah, I think it'd be a good game to play. I get every Need for Speed game anyway, so I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Think back to your early Metal Gear Solid days. It was designed by Kojima. That is who is in charge of Death Stranding,
right? And I guess he puts out really good games,
But,
and he has been
as far as story and everything. Like, dude, his games are at the top. So I don't know how.
Yeah, and he's been absent for a while. I guess he hasn't really been in it.
He was supposed to work on what was it, Silent Hill?
That sounds familiar.
No, maybe not. I know Norman Reedus was gonna be in Silent Hill, but then they stopped. Yeah, I think it was Kojima. Here, I'll just Google it. We have Google right at our fingertips. He was gonna be working on Silent Hill, and then they canned it. So,
all right.
I wonder why. Cause remember that demo? I don't know if you played it. It was about
I didn't play it. No,
maybe 6 years ago. It was a scary fucking demo.
I saw it. I'm not into scary games because I don't like to pee myself. So
terrifying.
I'm good on all that. That's why I stay away from Resident Evil because of my PlayStation 1 days, and I just get terrified of those games, so I just stay away from them. Especially if they're in virtual reality. That's definitely not my forte.
Did you see the new Avengers virtual reality thing?
The Iron Man one?
I don't know.
Because they actually released a... Maybe you saw the Avengers for PS4, which is coming out...
No. I'm not talking about the Avengers game. I'm talking... Okay. It was a virtual reality Avengers.
I thought it was Iron Man.
Maybe it was Iron Man.
Yeah, they had a demo. I wasn't able to play it. But I don't know if that's out yet or not. But yeah, I guess you're... actually in the Iron Man suit, you have all the functionality.
Damage control.
Is that
Avengers damage control?
Is that the Iron Man?
I'm gonna send you the. We're gonna pause this, guys, and I'm gonna let him watch it. All right, so we watched it. What do you think?
So I think it looks incredible. However, you had mentioned at the end of it that this may not be accessible on PlayStation.
No, I don't think it's a game, but it is a VR experience, is what they're calling it.
Okay, so you might have to physically go somewhere to do it, and I don't know a lot of places that do VR. There's actually a place in Myrtle Beach.
There's a place, that Tilt in the Eastwood Mall?
Yeah.
They got something VR set up in
there
there now. Yeah, it's like a VR gunfight.
Okay, looks like I'm about to be a child here in the next couple weeks.
Right, yeah, I know.
So, anyway, they have something at Myrtle Beach. It's an arcade. It's a virtual reality arcade. You go in it. Remember the omnidirectional treadmills I was talking about? Dude, they fucking have those.
That is cool.
Dude,
I think with
crazy.
omnidirectional padding, you could accomplish so much at in-home experiences.
Exactly. I think it'd be a hell of a lot of money as of
now.
But
right now, you're looking too expensive. Give it like 10 years, I can see it being a thing that
I could see it being similar to like PSVR, just going to the store and getting a PSVR and.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then, it'd probably be something you want to buy with your PSVR so that you can actually make it an HD VR feel.
Right, exactly. There's another Avengers game, actually, that is coming out for PlayStation 4. And you just did that... No. Fucking watch it again.
Dude,
listen, wait a minute.
I don't like the voiceovers.
Okay, hang on.
Right,
Did you watch the trailer that was launched a couple days ago? Or
No.
did you watch the one that was a month ago?
The one that was like a month and a half ago?
I'll send you...
The voices were fucking nothing like the voices in the movie.
Correct. A lot of people were having a problem with that. A lot of people were having a problem with the visuals as well because Captain America looked too bulky and blah, blah, blah. There's a new trailer out. I'm not saying... I can't remember if anything's better or not. However, the trailer looks sick. And it showed a hell of a lot more in the trailer.
Oh, I'm still going to play it, but I'm not a fan of them just throwing some random Joe in there to be fucking Chris Evans or... You know what I mean?
I agree. But, I mean...
When you build a brand...
Do you think you're going to pay that much to get the real actors? No, you're going to get actors to play a part of them and then basically, you know, try to make it look as close to the actor as possible. That getting the actual actor would cost a hell of a lot of money, and I can understand why they don't do that. You look at the Avengers and how much, well, Marvel in general, and how much they make off these movies. I mean, how much they pay their actors, fuck ton. So, anyway, aside from that, the last thing I want to bring up is, have you ever been playing a game and have been wondering, what the fuck am I doing? How am I supposed to do this? What the fuck is going on? So, if you're one of those people, because I've been one of those people, I still am one of those people, PlayStation Assist has been kind of, I guess, teased out there. There's articles for it. This is a patent that they have. We don't know if it's going to be available for the PS4, if it's something for next gen. We are not sure yet. However, what this thing does is it's essentially a Google Assist or an Alexa for games. So if you're on your PlayStation, you're playing a game, and you're trying to, they gave an example of, you know, fighting a dragon. You could say something similar to, PlayStation, how do I beat this dragon? It will then run analytics on the game you're playing, the position you're at in the game, who you're versing in the game, and give you tips and tricks on how to beat it, or basically any information you need to know about that level.
So
and it will give you like a walkthrough. Yes. It'll give you a walkthrough and kind of a tutorial at your fingertips. And I think that is absolutely an incredible feature. I mean, you look at back in the day, you're sitting there with like a manual with, you know, thousands of pages, hundreds of pages, whatever. Yeah. And you're going page by page. Okay, walk through 1. I'm on page 5, and okay, let me read this. And then you start playing the game. How cool would it be just to talk to your PlayStation and say, hey, how do I beat this level? How, like, can you give me a tip? Because I think there's certain keywords where it'll only give you partial. If you don't want to know how to beat it, you want to do it yourself, that's fine. It'll give you partials, kind of a partial tutorial. So I thought that was pretty cool. So
all right,
hopefully that comes out.
Here is what I have to add, okay? Now, the Google Stadia, which is coming out here
very soon.
It's in the month of November, I think 19th. But
you still have that pre-ordered, right?
Yeah. So with the Google Stadia, people were bitching about, you know, latency issues and shit like that. So to make up for lag, what they're trying to do is have the Stadia kind of figure out what you would do in certain scenarios. So if I'm shooting at you and you're shooting at me and my thing lags, Google's going to pick it up from there and make my decision for me.
That's crazy. That's going to be launching with the Stadia?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Probably future.
Because a lot of people are like, oh, that's kind of like cheating.
Well, I mean, I guess it is, yeah, if they're making that decision.
It's like taking predictive text and putting it into predictive gaming. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
This is what I think you would have done, so I'm going to execute it because you couldn't have.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I like the thought. I think it's cool, but I don't know.
I feel like it might be quicker. I feel like it might be a disadvantage. I don't know. I feel like, because even though that might be what I would have done, would I have done it at that exact point in time?
Right. Yeah, exactly. You might not have.
So
you might have just completely potatoed and just stood there and got shot, and you have no latency issues. So how does it? So it just detects the latency, or detects your
this definitely isn't going to be with launch. There's no way.
I don't think it is. I think it was something that was brought up by an end user that said, you know, what if this happens? And Google's like, you know what we can do? This is what we can do, and kind of announced that. However, I don't think that's coming with the Stadia. It might come with the Stadia too. It might come in a later update in a year. You don't even know. Same with PlayStation Assist. We don't know when that's coming. We just know it's on the horizon.
So, you got any last things before you're not back here for 3 more months?
So, well, why such a specific time? Like 3 months?
I don't know.
That's around
every quarter of a year.
Every quarter of a year, I'll be back.
There's gonna be a big game announcement.
Right. Exactly. Okay.
Who knows? Yeah. Who knows?
Anyway, no, I don't have anything else. I hope everyone enjoyed this, and if you have any thoughts or comments on anything we talked about today, definitely hit us up
at WTF Dave and Chris at gmail.com. Why Dave and Chris?
Because we like Dave.
Because we still like Dave. All right, guys. This is actually recorded separate from me and Danny. So you're talking to me and Dave in the past, which is kind of cool. All right. So yesterday's Dave, would you like to say anything to tomorrow's Dave?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think you've just mind fucked me.
And the reason I say that is because I'm releasing this tomorrow, but you're recording it yesterday. Yes, tomorrow's yesterday.
Holy hell.
Okay.
Okay, so no, I don't think I need to talk to my tomorrow Dave.
Nothing you want to say for the future, like, hey, you're probably going to get arrested on your way home because of the drugs that Chris planted in your car.
I mean, you never know. That could happen. It's happened before. No.
No drugs being planted in the car. If he gets arrested, I'll go bail him out.
Well, if it's Mahoning County, I could just bail myself out.
If he gets arrested in Trumbull County...
We'll have that. We'll have that here soon.
Why are we speaking of counties?
What do you mean? Because I work for jail systems.
Oh, shit. What?
Don't know. Don't ask. Chris, you know.
I know. All right, guys. It's been real. You just got a full hour of video game talk from the Vag Man.
Dave, infamous lizard.
Infamous what?
Lizard.
Gizzard.
Gizzard.
Fizzard.
Fizzard.
Scissor.
Kizzard.
Scissor.
Bizzard.
Biznitch. We can go all night. All right, it's been fun.
I was actually running out of them.
Anything else, Dave?
No, I'm good.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Say goodbye.
Later.
Please remember to subscribe, follow, and email us at WTFDaveandChris@gmail.com.